Thanks for being here today, and we're excited to announce the 2014 signing class here at the Citadel. First off, I want to thank our coaching staff for the outstanding job they've done the last 3 weeks. I was hired here January the 9th, 2014. I was able to put our entire staff together by the 14th of January, and we met then. And in that span of 3 weeks since, we were able to put together what we consider a very solid signing class for this first year. We have 17 signees, 2 quarterbacks, 3 slot backs, 3 offensive linemen, 4 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and 3 DBs. I want to quickly just run through some of the run through our list and then take questions on any of the specific players that you might want to know about, and in no particular order. And these are listed alphabetically. Shawn Belton, quarterback from Lugoff, South Carolina, Lugoff Elgin High School. Reggie Benjamin, defensive back from Palm Bay, Florida, Palm Bay High School. Derek Freeland, offensive lineman from Charlotte, North Carolina, state champion Mallard Creek High School. Javier Hammond, slot back from Johnson, South Carolina, Strom Thurmond High School. Tristan Harkleroad, offensive lineman from Savannah, Georgia, Benedictine Military School. Russell Hubbs, linebacker from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and state champion Northwestern High School. Jonathan King, defensive lineman from Statesville, North Carolina, South Iredell High School. Jalen Lampkin, quarterback from Augusta, Georgia, Westside High School. Sidney Martin, offensive lineman from Lyman, South Carolina, Burns High School. Josh Massey, defensive back from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and South Point High School. Shai Phillips, defensive back from Hartsville, South Carolina, and Hartsville High School. Miles Pierce, linebacker from Daphne, Alabama, and Daphne High School. Logan Robinson, defensive lineman from Arlington, Virginia, and Yorktown High School. Matt Thompson II from Morristown, Tennessee, and Morristown East High School. Houston Tyler, defensive lineman from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and Southmore High School. Trayvon White, defensive end from Pelham, Georgia, Pelham High School. And Quinlan Washington from Gainesville, Florida, and Buchholz High School. That rounds out our 17 signees today. We do have several recruits who are committed to us that we are working out paperwork on in the coming hours and over the next day, and look forward to being able to comment on them in the future and adding them to this class. Thanks a lot for being here, and at this time I'd like to take any questions.
Coach, you said when you were introduced that you plan to redshirt a lot of your recruits as they come in. How many of these guys do you think will see the field this season?
We'll find out in August, and ideally, we want to get the program to the point where we can redshirt the bulk. That being said, I am pleased with some of the athleticism and talent that we have in this class, and at the end of the day, I believe in having good football players that are ready to play on the field. So if a player is ready and he proves that during camp, then we're going to stick him out there and play with him.
Can you talk about recruiting Shai Phillips? I guess he had been committed for baseball for a while, and then had a pretty good senior year and got some football interest. Can you talk about how that worked out?
We're really excited about Shai. I had a great conversation with him a couple of nights ago, just kind of reiterating his commitment here at the Citadel and talking about how he fits in the future, and just really look forward to getting him here on campus and working with him. He's an outstanding young man, and he's a very talented player. I think that there's the potential there for him to possibly be able to contribute this fall.
Do you see any problem with him playing 2 sports? Is that going to work out? Is that what he wants to do?
Yes, and he's going to. We've discussed it at length, him playing both football and baseball here. I don't think that every college athlete can do that. It takes a special athlete in order to do that, play at a high level in 2 sports. But I do think he's that kind of talent. So I look forward to not only having him on our roster and playing this fall, but I look forward to watching him play on our outstanding baseball team the next spring.
And is Josh Massey looking at the same
situation? Yes. Yeah, he's expressed the interest, and we've talked to baseball about him participating in both sports, and they're excited about it. And Josh is another young man that I just really feel I feel good about coming in. You know, he had a lot of interest from several schools, and just. He's a kid that we worked very, very hard to get, but I'm excited to get him out here and see what he can do. And just as with Shy, look forward to seeing him out in the baseball diamond this spring.
Can you talk about your quarterbacks, Shawn Belton and Jalen Lampkin? I guess one of them might be your second or third team.
Right.
This fall?
Yeah, I mean, Jalen was committed to Coach Higgins' staff, and we're excited about being able to hold on to him through this process. I think the great thing about Jalen is he has a lot of versatility. I think you could see him line up not only at quarterback but other positions in the future. And I'll tell you, most of the quarterbacks that we'll recruit in this offense, you can say that about. I mean, if they can play quarterback in the triple option at the collegiate level, then they're obviously a special athlete, and athletes can play several positions on the football field. Shawn Belton, very, very excited about him. You know, he was a guy that we found late after getting here, knew about him at Lenore-Rhine, but we're excited to have him down here visiting with us on an official visit this past weekend, and just you know, very excited seeing what he's going to develop into and do in the future here.
Is that one of the things you like about the triple option, that some good athletes that might not have a home in a conventional offense, you can find those guys?
No doubt. I mean, you look at the offensive line. You know, there are guys that may be average players or possibly not quite Division I players in certain offenses that are outstanding in this offense because of what they're asked to do, and vice versa. You see some guys that are really special players in other offenses that may not really fit us on the offensive line. And then you look at slot back and quarterback. You know, obviously the skill level of the quarterbacks in this offense don't fit every offense. But a player that may be just a so-so quarterback in another offense may be outstanding in this offense. So I do think the niche of this offense is definitely to our advantage.
Javier Hammond, I guess he played quarterback in high school. You've already decided that he's going to be a slot back?
Yeah, and you know, certainly he still has the ability to play quarterback one day, but throughout the recruiting process, we talked to him about playing slot back. You know, he's done a great job in the weight room there at Strom Thurmond, and he's really a solid put together guy, and you know, I think he can be really special there at slot back.
Can you just go down the list of guys we haven't talked about yet and give us a 3-4 sentences
Sure.
of how you found them and what you expect of them?
Sure. Reggie Benjamin, I think he's a great talent. If you look at his highlight film, you'll see him playing both offense and defense there at Palm Bay. We're going to play him on defense, obviously, here. And just really, I think he has a special athleticism that's needed to play in space out there, so excited about him. Derek Freeland. I mean, he played on the best team in the state of North Carolina at Mallard Creek High School, and I think that they played several teams in the state of South Carolina too, so I think everybody down here is very familiar with Mallard Creek High School. Derek was a Shrine Bowl player this past year, and he's one of those guys I think we're fortunate to get, and I really think he's going to be great in this offense. I expect him to really develop. Tristan Harkleroad, another young man I think we're fortunate to get. Big guy, 6'2", 275. He has great feet. And of course, with being from a military school there at Benedictine in Savannah, Georgia, you know, he was drawn to the Citadel. Russell Hubbs, linebacker from Rock Hill, South Carolina, Northwestern High School, winning program, has been committed to the Citadel since the fall. We expect him to come in and be a competitor here. I think he's got the mindset that we want on our defense, and so excited to see him. Jonathan King, defensive lineman from Statesville, North Carolina, South Iredell High School. I'm excited for Jonathan to see how much he develops. He has tremendous potential. I think he's a good athlete for a defensive lineman. Excited to get him here with Coach Boucher in our weight room, because I think he has a chance to really develop there. Sidney Martin, offensive lineman from Burns High School up in Lyman, South Carolina. He's one of those guys that we were talking about a while ago. You know, I think Sidney, he may not fit every offense at the college level, but I think in our offense, I think he'd be a very good football player for us. He has a good motor, good feet. You know, he's pretty athletic for you know, for his size there. So you know, excited to have him. We talked a little bit about Josh already and Shy. Miles Pierce, linebacker from Daphne, Alabama. Miles was committed to the Citadel under Coach Higgins' staff. He's a good athlete there at inside linebacker, coming from a region where we have several players from already. So excited about him. Logan Robinson from Arlington, Virginia, Yorktown High School. Logan, you can see he's 6'4", 225, so he's got a long frame. You know, a lot of guys you see like that may be thin coming in, they really develop in a great weight program, and so I think he's a young man that we'll see grow a lot in the coming years and hopefully develop into a solid defensive lineman. Matt Thompson, slot back from Morristown, Tennessee. Really excited about him. You look at his highlight film, he has great speed, he's got size, runs with power, he has the right mindset there you know, at running back, and you know, as a young man that I think could possibly see some time as a freshman. Houston Tyler, defensive lineman from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Southmore High School, big, strong, tough, hard-nosed kid. Outstanding on both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line. So he's a young man that we look forward to getting in our program and see how he fits us. Trayvon White, defensive end from Pelham, Georgia, another guy, 6'5", 200, great athlete, outstanding basketball player. Played wide receiver as well as defensive end in high school. So he's a young man that is an athlete that we look forward to developing and think that he could really develop into an outstanding 5 technique on at either cat or defensive end there in our scheme. And then Quinlan Washington from Buchholz High School there in Gainesville, Florida. You know, Quinlan, I think, is another one of those guys that could play multiple positions. We signed him as a slot back. I think he has the potential with his size and his speed there to be dynamic. I think he also could develop as a receiver either out of the backfield or split out wide. So you can see some of the versatility we have there in those guys.